Hello VC, hello everyone, I hope everybody is doing alright and keeping well as usual. So today is going to be another concert review. I rarely do these, mainly on Pet Shop Boys, so well this is the second Pet Shop Boys one I've done. So this is on their obscure residency at the Electric Ballroom in Camden. I was lucky enough to go to one show on April the 7th, 2026, which happens to be my birthday. So yeah, I was really excited when they initially announced these dates. I really wanted to go to the one on my birthday and luckily I got a ticket. I was so ecstatic and yeah, so let's just talk about the gig itself, shall we? Well, I'll do a bit of preamble as usual. So I got my ticket in November, I believe. November, yeah. And I was really excited, really happy that I got my ticket to see them on my birthday of all days. And the fact that the obscure shows, I've forgotten to explain what the obscure shows are. So basically, Pet Shop Boys are part of this 5-night residency at the Electric Ballroom. They only performed album tracks, B-sides and fan favourites. For years, fans have wanted that, like myself. I always thought it would be nice if they did it because Kylie Minogue did a similar tour in the early 2010s called the Anti-Tour, and a lot of people have always said that Pet Shop Boys should do that, and I certainly agree. And a few years ago, annually in 2022, someone did mention this, that they should do it, and yeah, well, that guy must have inspired them like 3 years later to actually get on and do it. So we get to the day itself. I mean, we were in Cardiff, me and my folks were staying in Cardiff, so we went down from Cardiff to Camden, which was about 2 hours, I believe. Anyway, yeah, I know, very boring preamble, sorry about that. So we get to Camden, we went around Camden, it was a really cool area. I'd never been to Camden before and I really liked it. It was really cool, really fun, good vibe going on, in like very lovely day. It was a lovely warm day in Camden. And then later on around 4 o'clock was when I met my friend Mark, who you may know as Mark Reed, the YouTuber who does the Notcasts. Yeah, people know them, don't they? I'd like to think people do because I've been watching his videos for about 5 years and yeah, we've become good friends since. So yeah, it was great to finally meet up with Mark. And you know, sometime later we went off to queue. A very long queue it was for the Electric Ballroom to go into the gig. We got in and got our little place standing. We didn't go on the balcony, but we went on the floor area. So yeah, I mean, what happened after that then? So then the DJ came on. The DJ was Princess Julia, who is a punk icon, and she's in various punk-related, new wave-related BBC documentaries. That's what I know her from. She was actually at the Opera House gig that I was at on the Saturday gig of the Dreamworld residency they did it in Covent Garden. She was there on the same night that I was there, sitting watching Pet Shop Boys, which was also a great night. So sometime after that, Pet Shop Boys come on and they start the show with The Theatre, a track from their album Very, which was like, oh wow, we're gonna get to hear The Theatre live. Nobody's ever heard this this hasn't been played live since the Savoy residency in 1997. Wow. As soon as the song starts, Neil forgets the lyrics. Well, he's forgetting the lyrics as soon as he's making his way through the first bit of the song. And they restart it, the audience are cheering, and Neil says, he said something along the lines of, this is a night where Neil forgets the lyrics. And he also says, we've got no guests tonight. And we're like, oh, okay, fair enough. But then he does say, but it's a longer set list tonight though. And they're going, yeah! So yeah, that was really fun. That was really cool to hear, you know, that we were getting more songs. Ooh, nice birthday treat. And then they restart The Theatre and it goes down a stormer, as they say. Yeah, great song. Followed by the Hotspot track, the opening track off the Hotspot album, Will-O-the-Wisp. This was one of my big wants for this residency, was for them to play Will-O-the-Wisp. And I got it, and it absolutely banged. It was awesome to hear live. Oh, it was amazing. And everyone singing along with the Will-O-the-Wisp. Oh, it was just awesome. So great to hear that. Then we go back to the beginning. The reason they were doing this residency for the first place was to celebrate 40 years since their debut album Please came out, and we got the opening track of Please, the amazing 2 Divided by 0, a fantastic track. Wow! And again, I can say wow for the next 2 tracks. We got the B-side to Suburbia, Jack the Lad, which was my other like personal like favourite that I wanted to hear. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe I'm hearing this live. I could not believe I was hearing that live. Followed by the Behaviour album track, which was Face the Truth, To Face the Truth. A beautiful song. Anything from Behaviour is an absolute yes for me, because that is my favourite Pet Shop Boys album, so I was really happy to hear them play Behaviour. Then we get the track After the Event, and then we get Hit and Miss, which is from the bilingual era. After the Event was from the fundamental era, I believe, yes. And for Hit and Miss, Neil gets out a guitar. Now, for those of you who may not know this, Neil Tennant, well, he accidentally, I believe during the first leg of the Dreamworld tour, he'd hurt his thumb via some mechanical device or something like that, some magnet, and it sliced a bit of his thumb off. So that's why they cut off You Only Tell Me You Love Me When You're Drunk when they were doing that on the Dreamworld tour, and they cut that out in the end. It's a shame, because it's a great song. I'm glad I got to hear it when I saw the Dreamworld tour. But yeah, to see Neil with a guitar again, awesome, for the track Hit and Miss. Then we got Always, which is from the release era. It was one of the B-sides, I believe. I'd never heard this song before. I'm not really familiar with a lot of the B-sides from the release era. But it was a really good song, and I loved the keyboards that start, very Spy-esque, very 007-esque. Yeah, that was really cool. Then we got One in a Million from the very album, and they did do it with Mr. Vain, for those of you who remember the Discovery 1994 live video, where they play a mashup of One in a Million and Mr. Vain, and it was absolutely banging. Then we got Sexy Northerner, an absolute classic from, again, from the release era, an absolute classic. And during that chorus bit, everyone was singing along. If you know the chorus bit, everyone was going like this, including me. It was absolute joy. And Mark turned to me after that song and said, "That was brilliant, wasn't it?" Or "That was amazing," or something like that, he said to me. Then we get one which again, were a contender for one I really wanted to hear, and that was Young Offender. Personally, I would have loved to have heard the Jam and Spoon mix, but I didn't give a hoot. I was hearing the song Young Offender from the very album. Wow, wow, amazing. Oh, incredible. Then we get a song called Through You, which was the debut performance of that track. Then we got the beautiful It Couldn't Happen Here. As soon as the conga sample started that, I was just like, I was getting teary-eyed, a bit teary-eyed, thinking, I'm going to hear this song. And it was amazing. It was just fantastic. That was the highlight of the night for me. That was the highlight of the night for me personally. But then again, we got King of Rome from the Yes album. Wow. I mean, I know I'm saying wow a lot, but it was just incredible. Amazing to hear that song live. King of Rome is my favourite track off the Yes album. And yeah, it was incredible to hear live. I never thought I'd ever hear that in my life. Then we get King's Cross. Again, that was the only one I knew they were playing beforehand, but I kind of was like not getting my hopes up before the gig, because I was thinking, oh, what if they don't play that, Sean? What if they don't play that? And they did. Incredible. Then we get Love Is the Law. Then we get Why Don't We Live Together. Again, all these songs. And then we get Performance of My Life, which is a track which PSB wrote for Shirley Bassey. We get the beautiful Your Funny Uncle, which was the B-side to It's Alright. Again, this is a top set list. Then we get, The Way It Used to Be, again from the Yes record. Absolute thumbs up for me. Then we get Later Tonight. Then we get a track which they were debuting throughout this residency, which is a track called Dream of a Better Tomorrow, which is a track they had written for a musical called Naked, which is based on the play The Emperor's New Clothes. So yeah, that's all my notes. I managed to go through the entire set list. I hope you, I really hope you all enjoyed that. I mean, I hope you didn't turn off the video. Anyway, that was a great night. That was such a lovely night. I mean, that's probably my favourite birthday. Maybe I'll have an even better birthday in 10 years, 5 years time. But that is still my favourite birthday, as I got to go around London, go to some record shops, see Pet Shop Boys with a good friend of mine, and it was just a chill, fun evening. And that is now my favourite concert of all time. I have no merch to show, unfortunately, because I didn't pick up any. Although I do have those those shirts that a certain online retailer was selling, and I'll put that up right there. I got the one for April 7th, so yeah, you'll be able to see that there. I'll just digitally insert it in because I don't have it on me at the moment. Aside from that, did I get anything for my birthday? Well, yeah, I'll show a little birthday haul. I got a film. I'm a big film fan. I'd always wanted to see this film. It is Caligula, the ultimate cut. So Caligula is quite a notorious film, directed by, was it Gore Vidal? Oh no, Tinto Brass? One of those guys? I cannot remember for the like of me. No, it was, it's rolled off the tip of my tongue. I can't remember the director of this film. I think it was Tinto Brass. Yeah, it wasn't. I know it wasn't Bob Guccione because he was only involved in the reshoots, which made all the sex stuff, which was filmed afterwards. Because the original cut, or the original intention for the film, was a big Roman epic, and they just slammed in a bunch of nudity and made it some sort of big budget, well, big budget romp, as they'd say, big budget sex romp. But yeah, I've always wanted to check out this film, and this is the ultimate cut where they've removed all that sort of stuff out and they made the film more true to the original vision, from what I've heard. So yeah, I'm looking forward to checking that out when I get the chance. It does contain various cuts, so that's always pretty cool to have a few multiple versions. Anyway, on the day itself, there was a record fair in Camden, and we just stumbled upon it, and I went up and had a look around, and fair play, my dad got this for me as a birthday present. Rush, All the World is a Stage, which is their live album released in 1976, recorded at Massey Hall in Toronto on the 11th, 12th and 13th of June. So that was really nice to get from my dad to have very much. So yeah, this is the live album during the 2112 era, which was a great era for the band. And, oh, I've not told you this, I am seeing Rush next year. I'm going to see them at Manchester Co-op Arena, and I cannot wait for that. It's going to be amazing. I will definitely do a review of that gig when that comes along, definitely. Oh, man. Yeah, I haven't played this yet, so I'll give it a play sometime soon. And the last thing I got, jump cut, was this U2 shirt from my auntie. She got me this lovely U2 shirt from the Songs of Experience tour. All the dates are on there. Me and Mark were actually having a chat about this tour because he went to quite a few of the dates on it. So that was pretty cool when while we were hanging out in the queue. And that is it for probably my favourite birthday ever, and now my new favourite concert of all time. So yeah, that is it, everyone. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I sure had a good time filming this. It was spontaneous, but I had to because I got to return the camera tomorrow. Anyway, take care everybody, and bye-bye for now.